Hi Sagittarius, how are you? It's as the card's turn, May 31st. I'm doing psychography with this, okay? That's the ability to channel through writing with my spirit guides. Then we're going to confirm with the tarot card reading, okay? If you want to fast forward, feel free to till I spin the cards. But, you know, when you see me put the pen down, I'm going to read it. So, alright guys? This is May 31st. And the time is 3:04, so that's an expansion that's unknown about the stabilization at this point. I want to say that, okay? And this would be for Sagittarius. Alright, guys, give me a minute to channel in. Alright, guys. Excuse me. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure that there's a push. Okay. This is how this went. Some of it could be scattered. That's how it comes in, okay? So let me see what, or you can see what perspectives you got. Please take what resonates, leave what don't. But once we get into the tarot, you'll see this matches. Okay, lovely Sagittarius. Push-pull to set a question, to look for stability, to reach, but where? Worries abroad. Factors are woven in. A let out of emotions needed, a new path taken, an acceptance, question mark, and where or what karma is doing, lesson and placed to weigh, I must, 10 of swords, 10, 8, 7, 7, 7, 3, 3, 3. So I think there's a third time expansion. uh, a choice of a completion that has to change and an expansion and a leaning on, I want to say, an acceptance abroad that you worry about. Okay, let's see what the tarot card says. I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross for you guys with a clarifier. There is no extensions. I just feel this is based on family. They're sitting there. It seems to be the June month communication, in family or business, but I do feel an earth sign coming in of a grounding nature, definitely. Something you're trying to ground a protection, but are you in robot mode? That's what I feel. Is the exception really there, or is a 777 there? Something you planted and planted and planted, and I want to say it's worries coming in. Definitely a place to weigh. 10 of Swords is serious. I feel bad for you if you have a lot of things that you have to deal with and you don't know where to place them. There is some acceptance. I think there's a lot of emotions are flying, Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on for you. Well, alright, they're going to give you your first card. I'm going to leave it upside down for a second, and look what just spun out. The 5 of Swords, so maybe the 777 is a cycle. They want this first card. Ace of Wands, you know, maybe a start of something, you know, or something you're passionate about, I want to say. Is it passion? Is it a sneaky path? Or is it a good young path? Let's see what's going on, guys, because that's what came up for you right there in the middle of the spread. Here, I'm putting you down a little bit, all right? There's definitely some balancing going on and weighing, I want to say, of some clarity that you would like to attain. And, you know, the worries, are they necessary? Okay. Oh, I feel that. Well, here, that's why I said you got double passion here. You got double fire because you have an Ace of Wands in the beginning and a Page of Wands. So maybe it's a message about the new beginning that you have abroad. All right? And maybe it's to do with either business. You know, it's the Ten of Pentacles. I feel Ten of Pentacles. I want to say that, but here's the hyphenate. And this is a person where the 3 of 7 has been through a lot. You know, there's been a lot of beginnings. You know, he definitely committed to a new beginning or something you want to do. That's why I really, really feel Pentacles. Let's see what happened in the past. Can we have some clarity in the past for our lovely Sagittarius? Thank you. Well, an 8 of Wands has been something you're working on very hard. You feel you're protective. You know, you got 8 wands surrounding you. You're standing there and you're guarding that. You know, you're guarding something. You know, you feel you have put a lot of work into this in the past. You maneuvered stuff. You've learned through stuff. So why is 777 here? Can be very spiritual. Maybe you're dealing with a fire sign that maybe you gain some patience with. But is there patience? Is double question mark. Because look, the Ten of Swords came up. Something that, you know, maybe you realize the Crown thought that you're worrying, and look at that card. It's the Ten of Swords. There's a lot of things, excuse me, Sagittarius, that you are trying to sort out mentally. And maybe there's a cynical choice to worry. You know, some people worry because it becomes habit forming. I want to say that. A new path has been taken and an exception, question mark, on what karma is doing. What karma is doing right now. Maybe some of these are dealing with a karmic that wasn't a new beginning. And you're weighing that, but you're still worrying. That's why I want to say, you know, 7s are a choice. You know, it's a choice to pull that lever and get 777. But do you attain it? And why are you planting that? Maybe there's a decision on something you're stuck with that you choose to worry about. You're choosing to be protective over the worrying. Maybe some of you are dealing with, you know, the primal side of the brain that's ego and subconscious maybe is a balancing that. And it seems to be weighing a lot, analyzing a lot, worrying, finding key points to worry and keep them there. I don't know what that means. Take it as it may. Well, a foundation, you know, of a beginning that you're working on, that you're very protective over. You've been there. You want to put the worry down. You feel you've been worried about someone, you know, who you thought was going to be possible a partnership. You're very protective of that. You could be dealing with a, I want to feel a Virgo, or balancing. I feel Virgo. Yeah, and also a Scorpio upside down, which is, you know, also depicted as lessons. You know, they're the lesson teachers. They hold all the knowledge, but they also hold emotion. And sometimes it's hard to place where that emotion belongs, or what path that emotion belongs, and why you're so protective and emotional. You know, about a Scorpio, maybe that you feel emotions were it coming, or you didn't realize it was a new beginning and you were emotional about it? Let's see. You're worried, but you're choosing. You know, you really want to complete that change and make an expansion. And there's 333. Here's the first three. I want to say that. And you got an 8, okay, and a 10. Something you want to change an expansion of. That I think you've been there, done that, all right? Let's see how the environment looks at you. Well, I think the environment looks at you like you're not seeing the way out. You know, maybe you're using a path and the worry as a way out. Something that you're too committed to. You know, feeling trapped and worrying about it. They think you should let that go. There is a definite way out. You know, maybe with a foundation of some help, or maybe you're doing a lot on your own and you don't seem that there's no way out, but you know you're committed. You know you're protective. You know you have a plan. Why are you worried? You always came through in the past. I want to say that. You don't want to trap somebody either in a foundation. You're trying to stay back, maybe look from a side, you know, but you feel very protective. And it may be something of material weighing, I want to say. Let's see what you want the most out of this foundation that you protect in this new beginning, or wanting of the passion with it, you know. Try not to worry, guys, Sagittarius. This is what you want. You don't know how. You feel there's no movement to clarity. It's just worry about the same cynical. I want to say a cynical. Let's see what the outcome. Don't worry, guys. This is only the beginning spread. You know, like the first twist foundation. You know, you did take a new path, but I think you're not getting clarity, or maybe you took on too much that you can handle. Maybe you made a choice and you made it fast, and now there's a lot more expansion that you thought you had to be committed with, and then the realization is coming with that. I believe you're dealing and healing with a lot. Yeah, I believe you're trying to, you know, you're wondering, how do I put this, how do I control it? You're worried about how you're going to control a foundation that you don't think is very clear, or maybe something you started, you know, you did something fast. I want to say that. These are three, you know, maybe you feel you can't do this path. You know, you went inside yourself, some healing, maybe some karmic activity, and here's this 7. You know, maybe you took on this path, but holy crap, you know, here's the Hermit. You have a lot of decisions to make. You know, maybe you have no choice but to try and put this rest down with a love that's unbalanced and unknown. Okay? You know, this 3 of Wands, this expansion you want to take. Maybe you feel left out. People aren't celebrating. They don't understand the way you protect, what you want out of this protection. You know, why it's so slow moving, and the balance control behind it of a karmic lesson that definitely needs some movements. You know, but you don't, you know how to do it, but you're letting a broken heart lead you. And try, you know, all the 6s. This is definitely causing emotion with you. You're at the 5 of Pentacles stage, maybe in robotic mode. And as I said, is you have a lot of things going on around you, and maybe, you know, you realized a little more spirituality in the last week or the first week in June. Maybe you'll be willing to put that down, or the lack of control of clarity. You don't feel trapped. Maybe you're willing to look at it as a different emotion. I love it. Let's see why the Ace of Wands is here. You know, as you, this is you, you know, trying to do the right thing, trying to find messages. Maybe there was a path you were supposed to go down, but the person you're dealing with isn't really putting in their share, and it leaves you a form of control how to make these decisions, or what to clearly worry about, I want to say. Yeah, it's the unknown, and you want to put it down because you're dealing with the unknown. You really don't want to worry about that anymore in this path. You don't want to have to be committed in a worry again that you thought was a foundation. You thought there was a reunion with somebody, or paths taken together, and maybe this energy that you're dealing with is a little young and kind of runs off to the next shiny path, and you don't know how to handle that because these are real worries, and you set plans in motion, and now it's become emotional if this is a new beginning or not, or maybe you feel like I started from the bottom and can I do it again? That's what I keep hearing. Let's see why the Page of Wands is here. Yeah, something you planted you felt didn't take root, and something you were very committed and protected for that caused a lot of freaking emotion. You felt it was out of control. There was no clarity what to do. You felt that you got yourself out of a trap. But holy shit, here comes the emotion all over again because of the reliance of someone else that seems to be a little younger in their lessons that they have to learn. Mid-age, I want to say this too. There's a king and someone younger, maybe in their 20s or something like that, but also is young at heart and maybe runs off to the next shiny thing. And you feel that wasn't the agreement, okay? So let's see what's happening. Why the Hermit's so committed. Well, it's causing family problems with the worrying about something you didn't plant root. And how do you start this beginning when you thought you had help, but now you're just protective and there's no clarity on it? I want to say that. That's definitely the crown thought of why you seem so committed, because you don't want to go through the worry about a path anymore that, didn't take root. You want to finalize your friggin' path. You want to accept what's accepted and have some stability. You don't want to do this shit again. I feel there's a lot of movement involved, a lot of healing involved, a lot of, maybe some of you were far apart. I want to say that. Let's see why the protection. So, well, yeah, you don't feel like there was an expansion, like I said, abroad. There's factors are woven in here. Like, we planned something, and then you're going off to the next shiny thing, leaving me today with the shit when we thought the shit was put down. I hate to say it like that, but that's the way it's coming across. Maybe egos are coming into it, a misunderstanding of how much two people leaned on each other, and maybe one doesn't want to admit that they're not as strong without the other, okay? Hang in there, Sagittarius, because the sun's right over you worrying. I feel, this in the upright position and in the crown thought and in the new beginning and a Page of Wands. You kind of know what you want. You're committed. And I think you did get some clarity. Maybe you didn't go rushing in, or when you went rushing in, the other person was running off to the next shiny thing. I want to say, left an older person to handle too much on their own. But listen, you got... you don't really give a shit about the unknown because you're the hyphenate and you can handle this. Maybe you're coming off a little defensive, but I think you have reason to be. But also you weigh it, should I let it go? Let's see what the Three of Pentacles are. Maybe you're dealing with a lot, but I think... you grabbed matters, the sun is a Leo card. Leo is about the heart, so maybe, that's why there's an emotional factor here, okay? Let's see what the Three of Pentacles is trying to say to you. Yeah, there's been something complete that you wanted to put the motion down. You said, hell no, I'm not doing this again. I know what's complete. I know I'm coming emotional. I am worried about it. I don't know how to heal because I thought I had a partner in the healing. I want to say that. Yous were together when the trouble was there, right? When yous were trapped, you always found a way out, right? That's what I want. That's what I'm getting. Let's see why the emotions, are in reverse, or an emotional decisions, or trying to make one, not realizing that the foundation is going to be a little more by yourself than you had thought, okay? Yeah, you feel that wasn't a gift of love. There was something that was planted, and then a stalemate, I want to say, was, there's a stagnation in it, guys. Let's see how the environment looks at you. They don't feel you're trapped. They know you can get out of this. I think they rely on you, but they're not paying. You don't feel it's love. Let's see what the environment thinks. They have the Eight of Swords. They don't want to be trapped in something they feel was complete and controlling and didn't know how to rush off to it. It only caused emotional, and maybe you were committed to something else that you shouldn't have been planting roots with, and now they feel there's been some clearing in a new path. Okay, maybe some lessons are placed in weighing what, if I must worry, why would you make me worry? That's what I'm hearing. Let's see what that's confirming. Yeah, the environment feels that you're not moving from rough waters into smooth, that you're choosing to worry and stay in the headspace of your fears and what you're worrying about. They're not taking it serious. I want to stay on the stalemate that was is being presented in front of them. You know, the environment's not really thinking about it. Like I said, they're young. Let's see what you want the most, Sagittarius. Well, you know, you got the Knight of Swords. You don't want to go rushing off so you feel that something was complete. You didn't expect somebody else to have the unclarity. Wow, the unclarity with it. You know, the Lovers. This is a soulmate connection. And then you got the King of Wands and the King of Swords. So an ambition and then a thought of that wasn't coming very clear. And I want to say, with the final outcome, you know, is the Lovers. We're dealing with a soulmate and, you know, putting the control down. Maybe you feel you need an apology. Maybe you feel left out to handle the sun by yourself, to worry about it, but you're choosing the bright side. You know, the robotic mode is here, and then, you know, wanting to make decisions, but you want a balanced foundation. You didn't want to make them by yourself. You don't know if you want to, you know, this is a person that's been through a lot. The decisions they want to come with a secure foundation. They want clarity with it. They don't want to come, you know, like, holy shit, we made a plan, and then now you pull back. It's just not a nice thing to do. You know, they want rest with that. They want to know where their future lies, what they have to protect, you know, where the victory's going to lay. What do they count on? What is it that they don't know what they want because they're not getting truth of something that was moving slow from the past? You know, they want to put a broken heart down. You know, they want to transition all the way around. They don't want unbalanced decisions to be made. They don't want to hold love back because they love the shit out of you. But they need a message as to what the clarity is. You know, they don't know how to move themselves unless they closed it. They don't know how to move themselves. They will master it. Maybe they don't believe it. And maybe some people lost some faith in this foundation, but the faith is there. This is a love soulmate connection with somebody that's trying to grow and somebody that just is growing. And maybe don't realize how important these worries really were to you. You know, they closed it out. You know, maybe somebody had no choice in the matter. They closed this out. Excuse me. Maybe somebody needs to clear their throat chakra and talk about how this didn't go, you know, this plan, this malicious shit they wanted to end. Maybe they need to talk about it. Maybe they don't have the strength right now and they feel very burdened that they want to put down the secrets, the why they feel this way about their roots. You know, maybe they want to weigh this differently. They don't want to go rushing off to the next thing. They want to use their intuition, but they come in very protective. Walls are up. They don't want to be left hanging anymore. They want this friggin' reunion, or at least be honest to what path they're taking and why this keeps coming around and around. It makes you almost impossible, you know, to move forward because you counted on somebody for a brighter future. You know, it's like move over. You feel like after you do the work, are they going to come in and say, oh, now I want to come in? Is that beneficial to me after the dust is settled and you weren't celebrating? You were handling a tower moment that you had to do over and over and over and over and over again to make your 10th pentacle. And I feel you have. You've come with the gift of love. Maybe there's been some unclarity, and that's not a new beginning of a pain to come rushing to you. Not putting that worry down, not weighing that wasn't fair to you. You thought that was out of control. Meanwhile, you were trying so hard to stabilize shit, and you feel that the karmic has hit you back in the ass, and you yourself is losing patience with it about this. What they're juggling, that's injustice to you, because it was supposed to be a new beginning, and it's leaving emotional when you have your cups full already. You're going inside yourself like, why am I letting them do this? And I think there's been some fucking clarity, and I hate to put that word in there, but that's how I feel. Someone's very, very pissed off. They keep bringing it up to somebody, and then the other person's too young and goes off the next running thing and doesn't realize how important this is. This is a path taken that needs to be taken. There's been so much in the past that, hey man, I want to put this to rest. God love and light to you, I really, really do feel for the person that's not getting the clarity, the one that's doing all the work. But I also feel for the young one that's almost like leaving the nest, but you thought you were staying longer in the nest, and now the nest is like, holy shit, why did we take so much on? I could have been like, why would I take on a 3-bedroom when I could have took on a 1-bedroom? That's what I'm kind of hearing, you know what I mean? I want to make my final path. So, yeah, that's what I'm feeling, and I think there's going to be some clarity in June. I really do, but, don't worry your way in like that. Don't worry about it, because it's what it's saying. Please don't worry about it, These are your roots. They're flared out all over the place. I want to say there's been a tumble and a protection that you're not sleeping, you're not balanced. You keep rerunning the same shit where it's blocking your sun, but you got the sun hole here. You got double, no spiritual protection you feel in the past. You don't feel there was a grounding. You're in your head about healing and rushing. Healing and rushing. You want to heal something. You want to heal a decision. You want to heal a path. You want to start new. And you want to know if somebody's coming on a path with you. And I think that the person leads to the next shiny thing. Maybe there'll be a resolution where you got half help, but you're getting the help. Can you count on someone? And that's what you're worried about. Meanwhile, the cards and the spirit guides are saying, you got this. You're the friggin' hyphenate. Sagittarius, you're so protected, and you're the protector. I think you just needed a little break or some stability is how things are coming to you. You're dealing with a lot of emotional things. There's a lot of them. You're trying to move into rough waters, into smooth, but there's a lot more that you have to deal with. And I think you are going to deal with it. You got the sun crowning this. This is a beautiful reading. It's 27. A choice on a decision that needs to be stable. 2744. Love and light as the cards turn. Sagittarius, hang in there, man. You got this. And that's how I'm going to put this. You got this. Take care. See you Sunday. Coffee Clutch. Get your butt in there. It's family calling you. Okay, bye.